Hi there. You join me this Saturday morning at Heathrow Airport Terminal 4, where I've checked in and I'm about to board a flight to Calgary in Alberta in Canada. I'm taking my bike with me and I'm going to be riding the Great Divide mountain bike route, which starts a short journey away from Calgary in Banff. It's Saturday today. I'm starting that ride on Tuesday. This is a big undertaking. Been preparing for it for probably mentally 2 years. It's been difficult to decide, to get over the idea that I could do something as ambitious as this. It's 2,700 miles, 4,400 kilometers. It's 5.5 times the height of Everest in climbing, because it's all through the Rocky Mountains. It's 85% off-road, or unpaved, I should say. Largely through quieter areas, low population states. Obviously I've watched tons of videos of other people doing it. It looks amazing. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And it's going to take, well, I've set aside 9 weeks to do it. So it's quite a long time. Camping, looking out for bears, filtering water, all those kind of things. But I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm going to try and remember just to keep the big picture in mind and enjoy it and just celebrate it for what it is and enjoy the experience. It's going to be difficult, of course, at times. Maybe there'll be moments when I feel like not going on, but let's see. I'm curious to see what it's going to be like for myself physically. So I've had some fantastic send-off from and support from my family, from my church, from work, everybody. It's been so supportive, so positive, so helpful, so enthusiastic. It's been fantastic. So big shout out to all of them, all the people in my life who've been so helpful in this. I've obviously prepared like crazy for this and probably overdone it. Studied all the maps, read the books, watched the videos, got all the equipment, spent a fortune on knickknacks and stuff. So, let's see. The rest is kind of up to me now. So got an 8-hour flight, a very long day. I'm going to get there very tired, I'm sure, but it's been really straightforward checking in this morning so far. WestJet, been good. Very chilled about it. So let's see what the future unfolds. Bye for now. Well, I've made it to Calgary, and so have my bike, which is good. There it is. Some superficial damage to the box, but I don't think the bike has been damaged anyway. Flight was very straightforward. So middle of the afternoon here, very late at night UK time. Time to get to Banff. So I'm in Banff by the river Bow River. Doing kind of a tourist type activities at the moment. Got to my accommodation last night about 7 o'clock local time, which is 2 a.m. UK time. So yeah, I tried to stay up as late as I could, made it until 9 o'clock here local time, but still ended up waking up this morning 20 to 3. Did get back to sleep again, but I really was up by 5. It couldn't do any more than that. So I'm operating on a slightly early, which is fine actually. It's pretty good to get things done earlier in the day. So unpacked the bike, reassembled it all, checked everything. It's all good. I'm going to go for a ride to Canmore, which is 14 so miles away. There and back will be 30-ish. So that's just to get myself warmed up. It's a very flat trail to get there and back, so it's not going to be that taxing. But getting me all set for Tuesday when I'm going to set off. Tuesday is also, as it happens, Canada Day, so lots of festivities in Banff in particular. I discovered actually when I got here, it's very busy in Banff, and then did a little bit of research and found out actually that it's #1 of the places to visit in Canada. So yeah, the hub here for lots of explorations of this part of the Rocky Mountains. So this is where it all begins. This is the start of the Spray River Trail, which is the start of the Great Divide mountain bike route. So I've just brought the bike up here to give it a little test out after I put it together. It all seems to work okay, hasn't fallen apart. So I'll be back here on Tuesday to start.
Watch out. Oh, 只能走这个地方。
哎呀，那个吧。It's Monday the 30th of June and I'm in the Rocky Mountains. You can hear the freeway in the background, which is the Trans-Canada Freeway. I'm having a little run between Banff and Canmore. I'm going to get some groceries, some bear spray, some gas in Canmore. It's a bit bigger than Banff and so it has bigger shops. And I'm in a kind of picnic area. There's a lot of cyclists. I'm on this wonderful paved cycle path that goes pretty much all the way from Banff to Canmore. I'm about halfway, just a bit over. It's a beautiful day, warm but not excruciating. Scenery is spectacular and it's just lovely. So yeah, I'm in no particular hurry. Well, it's 10 past 3 in the afternoon and I'm retracing my steps, or my tracks I should say,
from Canmore back to Banff. So I had a nice time in Canmore, had a nice cup of coffee, had some lunch, did some grocery shopping, got the bear spray. Yeah, so I think I've got everything I need to start. It's Tuesday, the 1st of July. It's Canada Day. Happy Canada Day, everybody. And I'm on the route. So yeah, I got up early, as usual. Got myself all sorted out, packed everything last night, really. Got it on the bike. It's quite heavy. I'll take a while to get used to it. It's certainly the heaviest the bike has ever been. But it is a beautiful day. And it's lovely out here. This is what I came for. Well, I'm down by the Spray River here. Spectacular scenery everywhere. Not going very fast, obviously. But then I guess I'll get to where I'm getting, hopefully, at some point. I've had a number of nice chats with folks I've met on the way. People who are thinking about doing the GDMBR or bike packing around this part as well. Everybody's very friendly. National holiday today, so everybody's making the most of it. The weather's fabulous. Oh, wish we could turn back time to the good old days when I'm on my side. I was asleep, but now we're stressed out. Oh, we got time to the good old days where I'm on my side. I still sleep, but now we're stressed out. Pretty spectacular. It's great to be here. Amazing. Can't believe it's actually happened. Not making very fast progress, but enjoying the views. Unfortunate thing about this road, of course, is it's dusty on a dry night today, and it's a holiday, so lots of people are using it. Maximum speed limit is 50 miles an hour. So this is the Spray Lakes Reservoir. Looks like water level quite a bit lower than it would normally be. Very warm weather today, anyway, on this dusty road. So I've decided to cut my day a bit shorter than I had planned originally. I think it was very ambitious to go for the 53 miles to the campsite I had originally in mind, especially as I'm just getting used to everything. So I've come instead to this campsite, this place here, Buller Mountain. It's a day use area, so like a picnic site, you'd say, in the UK. It's got toilets, but it's also a hiker-biker campsite, and that's what it looks like on the map, but doesn't prepare you for what it looks like in reality, which is stunning. I'm so glad I came here. It's amazing. So yeah, it's used during the daytime by people coming to have a nice time in the mountains. So it makes a day of 30 miles rather than 53 or something. But frankly, I needed a day with the bike fully loaded, with everything on it, because it's never been this heavy before when I've ridden it on other trips. So yeah, it does behave differently. There's all the water on the front and so on. So yeah, and it's a good to get. You need to get used to how you perform on the bike, on the trail, with the configuration of the bike, fitness level you've got at the moment, whatever. The answer is yeah, I need some work on the fitness side, but yeah, hey, that's possible. It's inevitable, in fact. So you can camp here from 6 o'clock. So and you put money in an envelope, you register, and you put it in a in a post box into a metal tube. So that's how you pay for it. Yeah. So yeah, it's great, perfect. So yeah, this is where I am tonight. Good morning. Day 2 on the trail, officially, or whatever I'm going to count it as. And here I am, Buller Mountain. It's very nice indeed this morning. Wildlife making plenty of noise. Had a great night's sleep, really good. I don't know what time I got to bed. 9:30. It's coming to 10. Then the birds woke me up with a dawn chorus at 4, just after 4, and then I dozed off a bit more, so it's just after 6. Yeah. So hopefully going to make it through Elk Pass today to the campsite on the other side of that and see what I find. So I think my plan is now to take 3 days to get to Elkford rather than 2. But I'll just see how I get on.
at the moment. Everything, limbs feel fine. But let's see what happens. Yeah, spectacular. Spectacular. So happy back to be here. Amazing. Really amazing. What a privilege. So I just passed 4 northbound riders getting close to the end of their GDMBR. It's an amazing achievement. Sounded like they're from the UK as well. Obviously they were pressing on to get it done. Yeah, it's easy to get preoccupied with distance and pedaling and all that effort, concentration on getting a good line in the road and etc, etc, etc. With that peace and sign of great outdoors, Canada, that's why I'm here. So I need to stop and soak it in. I'm about 25 miles in my ride. It's quite a wee bit of a late lunch. It's fairly basic stuff they got at this store. So next part of the day is to get over Elk Pass, which is, I think, the highest part of the route in Canada. So there are plenty of campsites on the other side, but it's obviously going to be slow going the bike, weighing as much as it does. It was good fun getting here. Once I got up to a certain height on the Smithsonian, which was always spectacular. I mean, yeah, it was dusty, but it didn't bypass the views. It was fabulous. And then there was a long downhill to the junction with kind of a main road, and then I turned right, and there were some cars stopped, and a guy who was coming out the junction with me, and he was turning left. He stopped and didn't turn left, even though the road was clear. And he was looking right as well. And then I saw this bear go across the road in the cars, amongst the cars. It was a cub, So I cycled up a bit further, closer, thinking that they'd gone off into the into the undergrowth. But then when I pulled up behind another car, I saw the bears were actually, there was a guy went past in the car and he said, there's a mother and 3 cubs. So I looked down the side of the road, side behind the cars along the verge, and I saw the bears coming towards me. I mean, they were about, I guess, 100 yards away. So I thought, what do I do here? I'm on a bike. Everybody else is in cars. But the bears then turned down into the undergrowth and went away, which is good. So, take that off the list. Saw bears. Day 2. Great Divide Mountain Bike Route. It's not bad going.
Now for the first serious mountain pass, Elk Pass.
As is typical, of course, that's slope there. Looks like nothing on the camera. I can tell you it's a wall. And it's red on my Wahoo. It is red, and I believe it. Yeah, I haven't checked to see what gradient it is. I will check afterwards. So I think it might be time for some hike-a-bike. Well, they always say to look back to where you've come. That's another steep climb with a lot of hike-a-bike, but it's fantastic. Just hear the sound of water in the creek, birds singing. Yeah, this is definitely why I'm here. I'm so glad to come. This road is the maintenance road for these overhead power cables, which look like they've been maintained relatively recently. The wood all looks very good condition. Yeah. On the map, the route at this point looks like a straight line. The problem with that, of course, is it doesn't make allowances for the terrain. So you're just going down, up, roll, roll. But nearly there. So here we are, Elk Pass. This arch marks the boundary between Alberta and British Caledonia. So I'm done with Alberta, on to British Caledonia. The climb was long because I'm slow. The thing that kept me moving were the mosquitoes, although I don't think I outran them. And it's
threatening a thunderstorm. There's been lightning, not lightning, sorry, thunder, not lightning yet, and droplets of rain. So whether it's going to actually pour down on me or not, we'll wait and see. So I'm coming down the other side of Elk Pass into the Elk Valley. Well, I'm at Riverside Campground. It is a primitive campground, which means that basically all bets are off. No, you find yourself a spot and you look after yourself. There's no actual potable water. However, as it's called Riverside, there's a clue in the name. And there's a great fast-flowing mountain river. I think it's called Weary Creek, but I'll have to check. Mainly because there's a campsite later on called Weary Creek on the same river. So I'm just cooking myself up some food here. I'm sharing the campsite with a guy called Bill. He's got a camper. RV over there. Very friendly man, nice chat. He's a local, he's from Elkford. Yeah, that's it so far. It's going to be another first tonight. Going to have to hang a bear bag with my food in it. So I've already got my line over a convenient pole. Yeah, and so that will have to be something I do later on. Yeah. So who knows what we'll see. Hopefully bears from a distance, like today. It's the best way anyway. Yeah, talk to you in the morning. Good morning. Day 3 on the trail. So that makes it Thursday, the 3rd of July. Just got myself organized. Well, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Packed away the stuff inside the tent. But the big drama last night was a thunderstorm that happened midway through me cooking the evening meal. So everything had to be rushed, packed into the tent. So I had to finish the cooking in the tent, which meant I was a bit concerned about food smells around the tent, attracting animals. So I had to hang my food and so on, which did. So it meant I have a slightly more nervous night than I did first night. But everything's fine. I mean, everything's very wet, but everything's fine. So, yeah. It's cooler this morning, as you would expect. The sun is behind those mountains behind there. That's the east. So no chance of drying anything just yet. I think I'm gonna make a cup of coffee and get started.
So I've passed a hiker heading north, French guy called Sebastien. He's not doing the Continental hike. He's doing shorter distance. It was nice to catch up with him and compare what a day's like for a hiker compared to what you can get on a bike. And then I've just passed by a party of 6 bikepacking from Banff to Fernie. They're local, they live in Fernie, so they were travelling very light and looked very fit, unlike me.
Well, I'm just about halfway through today's ride, and it's gone a bit quicker than I thought it would actually. I know that most of it's downhill, but there have been a fair few uphills that slowed me down. I'm going to stop for some lunch before doing the second half. Hi there.
We're on the same page. We need water.
Yeah.
Which side? This side?
It doesn't matter. Shade's good. Should we just use our tabs first?
It's interesting to see how thin the soil is, how easy it is for it to be washed away and trees to come down the slope here. A few minutes ago I heard some rocks sliding down off the side of the road here into the valley.
Hey bear. Okay bear. Hey bear. Hey bear. Hey bear. Hey bear. Woo! Ooh, hey. Hey bear. Hey bear. Hey, hey. We're the bears. We're the bear boys. Bear bunch. Hey bear.
Good morning. Day 3? Day 4? Day 4. at the municipal compound in Elkford. Yep, got here. What? Just coming up to 7 o'clock last night. Yeah. In the camping section with some fellow bikers. Everybody's cycling in the campsite, in the bike and the tent site. It's quite noisy here. There was a guy on a motorbike doing laps and wheelies and everything in early hours of the morning. Just hilarious. Not. So it sounds quite quiet at the moment. Yep. Had a burger in a little bistro nearby, which is fine, very nice. Great thing about the campsite, of course, is showers and getting straightened out, getting everything charged up, ready to go. Hopefully, I'm going to make it to Fernie today, but we'll have to see. I'll check when I get to Sparwood, see how I feel. Last section of single track, getting here yesterday, was great when it was going down. When it was rideable, it was fantastic. But quite a bit of hike-a-bike, so it may slow me down today if it's a similar surface. But let's see. Yeah. So another bear yesterday. When I was on my own on the track, pushing my bike, about 20 meters in front of me across the path, and then went up onto a kind of hill next to me and watched me for a while. But I shouted, and it moved on, because I was going to have to double back on the route and go past where it was actually sitting, so glad it moved. Yeah, it was an interesting time. Anyway, let's see what happens today.
I'm on a road. It's the road from Elkford to the mine, the big mine that dominates the town, I suppose, on one side. Certainly that's where a lot of the people are working. You see a lot of the mine workers in the town. They drive flatbed trucks with pennants in the back that come up, obviously, when they're working on the mine. It's open cast mining, so there'll be a lot of moving around, driving around. If you're repairing machines and so on, you'd be in a vehicle all the time, so I guess that's what that's about. So this is quite a steep climb. It's the start of the day, start of the route today, and it's taken me a while, obviously, but it's still very, very beautiful here. On the other side of the valley from the mine is the Elk River at the bottom, obviously. The other side of the valley is where I rode down yesterday into the town, and it's beautiful. Yeah, so hopefully they're not going to mine on that side as well. So this climb, once I've done it, go on to off the road onto tracks and so on. But this is the last big climb in Canada on the route, and then it's more or less downhill all the way to the border. Although, of course, it won't be entirely downhill.
Hey bear! Hey bear! Coming through! Hey bear! Hey bear! Hey bear! Hey bear! Hey bear! Hey bear! Coming on, coming round. Hey bear! Hey bear! Okay bear! Stay bear! Way hey bear!
I'm at Lily Lake. Yeah. And
parking lot is that way apparently. Yeah, so it was very narrow hike a bike to get here by the prescribed route. So the morning has gone predictably slowly. Never mind, it's a beautiful day. It's still very nice. Fortunately, the route has now put us onto some gravel road and it's nice and fast. I have to pay attention now to the track. Just coming into Sparwood, another big mining centre. Yeah, you can see the where what they're extracting comes down the hillside, the mountainside. You can see evidence of the mining going on at the top of the hillside, and here at the bottom there's the man-made kind of mountain of waste. People going by in trucks that obviously work for the mine companies. Yeah, so this is what this part of the Elk Valley is known for. So lunch in Sparwood from Subway. So Sparwood is the home of the largest double axle truck in the world. I think historically that's the case, but I think it's been superseded by then. But no visitor to the town fails to take a photograph of it, and I will be no exception. So just get this lunch done, and I've got a Canadian club because Canada, why wouldn't you? We're on another power line road between Sparwood and Fernie. It roughly parallels the main road between the two places. Crow's Nests Highway, which is quite busy, and occasionally the route pops you out on there as well, which is not the most pleasant experience, but it's also part of the rich tapestry of routes that is the Great Divide Mountain Bike Route. It can't all be off-road or unpaved. This is certainly unpaved. Yes. So I met a guy, Peter in Sparwood, who was on his motorbike, stopped to look at my bike, paid a nice compliment. Curious, obviously, about what I was up to. He knew about the GDMBR. Wanted to know how far I was going. Thinking of doing it himself. Very nice conversation. Gave me some advice about the nature of the tracks that the ACA were going to put me on to get to Fernie. Because he lives local. Yeah. So I booked accommodation in the Raging Elk tonight in one of the pods, luxury pod. So I've seen previous riders stay in them, and it looks fine. Looks like fun. It's quite cheap, 60 Canadian dollars, which at the current rate of exchange is less than £40, which is pretty good for a night's accommodation. So yeah, looking forward to getting there. Currently about 10 miles to go. There's a marker. I thought to myself, why somebody had put stones there to mark that spot? And it did make me look then, and I did spot that it was my turn, because I was not paying attention to my wahoo at that point. So bravo to the person who did that. Thank you. So obviously a lot of cyclists coming through here. That's the second sign I've seen today. By keeping a distance. Sharing the road, which is great. Car traffic on the main highway are quite good at giving you space, mostly. It's just that nobody slows down at all. So they're going past at like 60 miles an hour. And the ones who aren't giving much space are going past at 60 miles an hour. Not that far from you. So it's a bit intimidating. But we're not on the roads for very long. So I'm in Fernie. It's Saturday morning, about 8 o'clock, just after. I'm trying to find some breakfast. It is, as you can tell, no longer dry. It is raining. Forecast is for it to be raining most of the day, which will be fun. But anyway, so I don't have a lot of miles to cover today. I have to. I basically decided I'm going to take 2 days to get between here and Eureka, and hold up in Eureka, maybe have a rest day there. Certainly I want to send some things back home. I've decided I need to sacrifice, make the bike lighter. Yeah, had a good night's sleep in the Raging Elk Adventure Lodging pod. Obviously, it's all very well set up and it's clean and it works very well and everything like that. But you do have to reconcile yourself to the idea that it's kind of hostile situation in the pod. So you're waking up at the same time as the first person who wakes up, which is fine. So I'm heading out of Fernie. It's Saturday, the 5th of July, and this is day 5 on the GDMBR, and I'm leaving town much later than normal because I'm not planning to go too far today. It's been raining, stopped raining momentarily, and now it's raining again. So I'm all dressed for a wet day on the bike. So there's a deer in the road up ahead, and because there's no traffic around it, I guess it's about 50 meters away, and I'm not making a racket. It's happy to mooch around up there. Obviously wouldn't show up, I don't think, on the GoPro wide angle lens. So he's just standing in the middle of the road. Staring me down. Well, the route has come off the very wide gravel road, and it's now a narrower gravel road, which is another power line road as we head south. The background noise you can hear is the highway on the other side of those trees over there. The Elk River is flowing through here, and the railway as well, so it's like a corridor along the valley for everything. The Fernie gravel grind, something I saw start this morning at 9 o'clock on my way back from breakfast, and there were like hundreds of riders all heading out at that point when the rain was absolutely tipping it down. Amazing. It's a long route and a shorter route. So I've seen some of the riders come through who were on the long route at over the head of the field. So I saw about the first 7 riders come through. Boy, were they covered in mud. So hats off to them all. A very, very professionally run race by the looks of it. And a kind of start village, finish village in Fernie, ready to hose them down when they get back. I was talking to a rider I saw who'd bailed earlier. He was covered in mud and stuff, and he's come up from Pinedale, Montana. Is it Montana or is it Wyoming? Pinedale? Anyway, wherever what Pinedale is, we'll pass through there in a few weeks' time. Yeah, everybody's been so friendly. It's amazing. So Fernie's a great place, very bike friendly. So we just finished a long section of gravel, muddy and all sorts, coming into Elko, which is kind of 2/3 of the way through today's ride. Quite chuffed with myself for having to stop there and cure a grinding sensation on the pedals, and it was I cleaned the chain and lubed it. Seems to have done the trick for now. Anyway, obviously it needs a big clean. Generally the whole derailleur and the drive system. At least it's not the bottom bracket, which is where your brain goes when you're thinking of worst case scenarios. Currently attempting to eat all the calories between Fernie and Baines Lake, making a big dent in it so far. This is a little place on the highway that we fortuitously pass, and I just couldn't resist it. Even though I've had my delicious peanut butter and tortilla wrap already. Yeah, I just can't eat enough calories basically. So I'm having a cheeseburger, grapefruit soda and fries. That's the joint there. Whoops. It's a very popular place. Ice cream is world famous apparently. I'm not knocking it, they're very good indeed. Called ahead to the RV park and they have got a spot, which is great. I think I'm about 7 miles away, maybe even less than that. So should get there in plenty of time. Everything needs a good hose down after that muddy day. Fairly angry looking clouds in the sky over there. So not in this neck of the woods. So it's, yeah, dried up completely down here. No sign of rain at all on the road I'm on at the moment. So yeah, not particularly warm, there's a bit of a breeze, but very changeable sort of day really. Well, it's Saturday night, the 5th of July, and I'm at the RV park at Baines Lake, so not far from the 49th parallel at the border with the States. So today I left Fernie pretty late. That was my plan. It wasn't a very long day today. It was just over 30 miles to get here. Yeah, I mean, what I would say, the trip so far has been lots of pleasant surprises. I don't know why I'm surprised, but just one thing after another. Yeah, lots of conversations with random people, and everybody's sort of friendly, and yeah, it's nice. Stopped for a burger about 4 o'clock at this roadside cafe, and I just got chatting to a guy who was with his partner and a friend and another partner, their partner, and they were on their Harley Davidsons touring around, and it was just nice to chat. You know, I said, you're going much faster than me, and he said, yeah, he said, I couldn't do what you were doing. I said, no, I couldn't do what you're doing. It was just a great conversation. It's nice. And then coming here to the RV, around the RV park, and said, oh, can you fit me in? He said, oh yeah, no problem. So I came over, you know, when I got here. I got here much faster than I thought I would, actually. I was here by 5. The lady was really helpful and said, I'll put you over there because there's a bit of grass over there. And yeah. So everything has just been really, really nice. I mean, I'm sure there are unpleasant people in Canada somewhere, but I just haven't met any of them yet. So I'm running out of Canada. Plan is to cross to Eureka in Montana tomorrow. So it also won't be a particularly long day, ride-wise. I think it's about 37 miles to get to Eureka from here. Booked myself into 2 nights in the hotel there, so that I can sort myself out, go through all my stuff, work out what I don't need and what can be sent home, hopefully. So that should make things a bit better. Also, it'd be good to have some time to plan ahead the next block. It's interesting kind of working out the how your mind works. It kind of thinks in blocks, I think. It's interesting how just things falling into place in terms of how you think about things, and things that take time, things that you want to get sorted out, resupply, or packing the tent up, the amount of time that takes, and how easy it is if you're staying somewhere else and don't have to do that. Yeah, but it's all good. I feel there's been a really good cross-section of experience coming through Canada, so I'm very happy with that. Anyway, time to head for bed, and I'll see you next day in the morning. Ciao. Okay, Sunday morning. It's not far off 10 o'clock. Yeah, I've not been in a rush this morning. So just about to leave BR campground, RV park, Baines Lake, and head south. So this is my final day in Canada. Montana next. I don't know what the actual elevation change on the route is, but when you get to the border, it's the lowest point on the whole GDMBR, 2,000 feet. And it's been downhill since Elk Pass pretty much, even though there's been interruptions to that, obviously ups and downs and so on. So yeah, heading for Eureka today, so let's get going. Just a bit gently rolling this morning out of Baines Lake, heading south. A little bit of a breeze. It's going to be hot. Mid-20s, I think, is the forecast. But no rain today. Or for the next few days.
There's a plot there for sale overlooking the lake. I wonder how much that is. This is Kukanusa Recreation Management Area. So just been on the highway coming across the Elk River, I think for the last time. Elk River Bridge. Highway's highway, so obviously it's being used by motorised traffic. Not wildly busy today, mind you, it is kind of 11 o'clock on a Sunday morning. The cutting for the bridge, it's great going down to the bridge, across the bridge, fine. Coming up to the side, quite a serious climb. Anyway, it's done now in the basket. Those mountains ahead to the south and east of here are the Flathead. And there's the alternative route, the ACA GDMBR, which goes through the Canadian side of this. The big loop and comes back, joins just before the border. But once we get to Montana, after Eureka, the route goes to the Flathead in the States. So the mountains go across the border. So that's a challenge that lies ahead. So just passed through Grassmere, called a convenience store, got some chips and a Gatorade, some fruit, had some lunch there, FaceTimed my brother, haha, which is amazing. You can do that from the middle of Canada. Don't know how long the old convenience store is going to survive, because there's a brand new petrol station less than half a mile further down the road with all mod cons, washroom, everything. So it's a bit corporate, stepping on small business. So heading towards Roosevelt and the crossing into the States. Should be fun. So I've come through the border checkpoint and I'm now in Montana. Obviously we come out of the mountains a bit and it's got a bit flatter usually. And the ACA route sends us back towards the border and then round in a circuitous route before we get to Eureka. But it was all very straightforward. So on with the next leg.
Well, it's big and empty. Montana has a population of about 1 million or something. So one of the more sparsely populated states. Means everybody has a lot of space, I guess. Spread out.